Hello, I'm Chris, this is Gross Models, and this is issue 24 of Building Ironman from Fanhome. This issue is the shoulder armour assembly, exactly the same as we did, well, I say exactly reversed, a 90 degree, flip over, because it's the other arm. This is the left arm, we've done the right arm. But obviously, before we get on with the build, we shall have a quick look through the first chunk of the magazine. The history of Ironman is the crossing back to the past. No idea, but okay, I don't know. 25-part crossover changed his life forever. There we go. So yeah, something about the past and things, past and present villains. Feel free to read through it on your own time, but I'm not going to sit there on there. We are going to be building the left shoulder. This is stage 2 of building the left shoulder. We've got shoulder caps, shoulder pivots, outer shoulder, inner shoulder, and some different screws. This is the way to do packets of screws. Pay attention, R2D2 build. Look, each packet is individually labelled in a resealable packet that you can keep other things in. IP, and it says IP there, and it even gives you the dimensions of its 1.7 by 4mm. It's clearly labelled, easy to see, easy to use, and ideally they just say use GM screws for that bit. That's the way to do it. Not like R2 saying use the little silver screws that we gave you 5 issues ago. That doesn't help. Enough. Right, calm and collected and back with it. So we have the shoulder panel like this. It's got the cutout piece there, and that is, I can't tell which way, it's that way up there. So that's going to go in there like that. But it doesn't just go in there like that. We need to use these pivot pieces. They come from the inside through the outside, so they go through the inner, keyed in place, obviously, as you can see there. It's got to be the right way round. That goes through there, and then that goes through there, and then I shouldn't be holding that because I need to open the packet of GM screws. Right, I'm going to need 2 of these, so I shall get 2 of these out, leave the third one in the packet, spare, using my screwdriver, which came with this part work. I've taken to using these screwdrivers for occasional build work, so getting the big proper screwdrivers out. And most of the time, they do the job absolutely fine. So yeah, if you haven't got a big posh screwdriver set, then feel free to use the original one. They do work. So this, I'm just putting in there, not tight. I'm actually undoing it at the moment just to make sure it locates properly. Put it in there tight enough so it holds it in place but doesn't go everywhere. Basically, we've got to do exactly the same on the other side with the other one. So again, get that bayoneted in place. That will go in there. The other screw goes in place on the top. Just like that. And that will hold in on there. Now I'm just going to look at the bottom picture to see. Yes, that looks like that's that outside bit. That's the inside bit with the shaping on there. So yeah, that's exactly as it should be. So now we can go back and tighten these up. Now these are never going to hold it securely because there's just far too much room between everything. But actually, that is quite stiff on there. I've done that. That seems to be tighter than the other one. So that should be about right. If I need to loosen it, I probably will never be able to because I'm now going to pop these over the top. Does it say which way? It just says to hide the screw heads. I can't quite make out. On that one, it's pointing sort of downwards. So let's make it point sort of downwards. You're probably not going to be able to see any of these details anyway, unless you get really up close and personal. Actually, it looks like they do have a slight... Yeah, there's a little location pin, a slot on the side there, and there is a particular way round to get it into the framework, by the looks of it. Let's try rotating that and feeling if I can feel it slot into place. It might be my imagination. or it might just ping out like that. Let me get my visor on so I can see more closely if there's a thing that I should be doing. No, it was just a little imperfection in the painting that was showing me up as doing that. So let's get this again, pointing downwards. I think they're just slightly thicker parts of it to give a better friction fit. So let's get that pointing that way and then just squish it in place. There we go, that'll do that. And that one just needs squishing in place on that side, which is not liking it. Why is that not liking it? Just a little bit more squishing. No, that's really not that friendly. Let's pop it back out and try again. Get it in almost level, and then it goes in. You can't squish one side first. So there we go. There we have that completed. I need to turn the page anyway, because now we're getting the rest of the arm and we are attaching it to it. We are using the IP screws for that. 2 of those, like that. We're going to put it onto here, onto there. So we've got to get it the right way around. This will be opening up thusly. And this will go on there. So again, just locate it in place a bit like that. Hopefully I can let go of it for a second and it won't ping closed until I can get a screw in place to stop that very thing from happening. Yep, there we go. If I open that up more, I can open that even more, and then I can definitely get to where I need to go for this one. And even though I can't put it in place, I can. It's just going to take me a minute. There we go, that's that. Now this is obviously going into plastic, so you don't need to be silly tight with it. But it is going to be a part that will move a little bit, so it needs to be quite secure. And that will go on there, just like that. That should be the same as the other arm, although I can't see the other arm for the moment. So, but yeah, that will enable covering of the hinge point. It will move a bit in all directions. That obviously will move if it needs to. So I'm very happy with that. I like that. That's the way it works. That was that issue. The pictures obviously showing it all going together, so you could do it from that if you like. Then we're talking about Justin Hammer. I don't know who he is either. You're going to get very, very bored with me not knowing any of this. 1 week I'll have read it through before and I'll surprise you all with my knowledge and in-depth knowledge of things. The Armour Tin Man. If you only had a heart... I don't know what that is, what number armour that is or anything like that. Yeah, his artificial heart needs his power recharged. So there we go. That was that. Next issue, we're starting building the left hand. This is going to be quite a more drawn out issue build than building the right hand, which was all done in 1 issue. I think this is done over 3 or 4 weeks. But I've got a couple of them, so we'll get half the hand done at least. So thank you very much for that. That was issue 24. I shall see you shortly for issue 25. Thank you very much for watching. I'll see you soon. Thanks for watching. Bye.